Father wounds can be a silent burden, often manifesting as feelings of rejection, inadequacy, and a longing for validation, whether caused by absence, divorce, abuse, favouring a sibling, abandonment, rejection, criticism, or emotional unavailability. This deep-seated trauma can influence your self-worth, your relationships, and your life choices. Healing your father wounds is essential to finding your inner peace and to living authentically. A father wound stems from unresolved trauma caused by absence, such as divorce, separation, or the death of a father. It can come from abuse, from mental, physical, sexual, or spiritual harm. It can come from emotional distance, a father who is physically present but emotionally unavailable. It can come from harsh criticism, overly critical or demeaning behaviour. And these experiences can often leave lasting scars, affecting how we view ourselves and how we interact with the world. There's an impact of father wounds. For men, it's self-doubt, constantly seeking approval yet feeling not good enough. Resentment, harbouring anger or vengeful tendencies. Fear of abandonment. Success may feel hollow as validation never seems to be enough. For women, it's toxic attachments, becoming overly dependent on or overly competitive with male figures. Superficial pursuits, desperately seeking validation through materialism or unhealthy relationships. Interference in other people's lives, competing with or sabotaging other women, often unconsciously seeking to win a father's approval that was never given. When these wounds go unhealed, they perpetuate cycles of pain, pushing us further from our true selves and creating havoc in our relationships. So what's the solution? What's the solution to healing your father wound? Acknowledge the pain. Healing begins with acknowledgement. Reflect on your relationship with your father and identify the patterns that it created in your life. Ask yourself, what unmet needs am I still seeking to fulfill? How has my father's behaviour shaped my self-perception? And if you are a father, how does your behaviour shape the self-perception of your own children? Ask yourself, are my current relationships mirroring my unresolved pain? And rebuild your inner foundation to break free from the cycles of rejection, inadequacy, inadequate words, and craving validation. Practice self-validation. It's okay not to have perfect speech all of the time. Affirm your worth without seeking external approval. Set boundaries. Recognize unhealthy dynamics and protect your energy. Reconnect with your authentic self. Engage in practices like meditation, mindfulness, and energy healing to discover who you are beyond your wounds. Forgive and release. Forgiveness is not about condoning harm, but about releasing the hold that it has on you. Forgive your father. Understand that his behaviour often stemmed from his own wounds. And forgive yourself. Let go of the guilt, shame, blame, self-blame, or whatever else for past decisions shaped by your pain. Release the past. Visualize cutting energetic ties to patterns of behaviour and to people who no longer serve your growth. Why does healing your father wound matter? It allows you to align with your higher self, and it allows you to live with integrity. It allows you to build reciprocal relationships based on respect and authenticity. So break free from cycles of jealousy, dominance, and superficiality. Without this healing, your unresolved pain can lead to destructive behaviours such as interfering in other people's relationships, competing with others out of envy, or attaching to toxic people who will relentlessly mirror your wounds back to you. Embrace your highest path. Healing your father wound is not just about addressing your pain. It's also about reclaiming your life and aligning with your divine purpose. Let go of problems that do not serve you. Let go of patterns that do not serve you. Choose relationships rooted in reciprocity and mutual respect. Reflect, heal, and rise into your own true power. And remember, he who interferes with the destiny of another shall not receive their own. Stay in your lane. Stay in alignment with your own soul's path. Because there's a danger in ignoring your inner work. When unresolved wounds are left unchecked, they can lead to destructive choices, pulling you further from your divine purpose and leaving a trail of pain in the wake. I know a toxic woman who destiny swapped with a divine feminine, who fell further and lower into greedy, possessive, controlling, corrupt, jealous, puppet master behaviour, matching her husband's greedy, possessive, controlling, corrupt, jealous, puppet master behaviour. They both fell from grace, initially behind the scenes while maintaining their public mask, and then progressively more recklessly, using mind games, defamation, slander, and actively blocking relationships, careers, money, spiritual gifts, and came between parents and their children and potential new relationships. There seemed to be no end to their targeting of one particular woman who had shown them nothing but kindness and respect. They targeted her so much that every time she went to practitioners, therapists, or friends for help, most of them didn't believe her because she was referring to supposedly upstanding, professional, wealthy people in the community. However, the supposedly upstanding, professional, wealthy people in the community, their ultimate demise came from when you can't make this up, they sent death magic. It's like a Hollywood horror movie. They sent death magic to the woman that the rogue woman had destiny swapped with. The woman whose energy she had siphoned, reputation destroyed, wished injury, disease, cancer, poverty, failure, isolation, and now death upon. The problem is, the divine feminine was not the dumbass that they thought she was. She was protected. The divine feminine woman was not the dumbass they thought she was and is protected. And the death magic, you can't make this up, the death magic bounced off her. And ironically, she had invited the man to her workshop where she taught energy and spiritual protection. And he dismissed it as being beneath him. The problem is the death magic killed someone else. The divine feminine woman was in a shopping mall when the magic was done. It didn't kill her, but it killed other people, including a child. Now the ancestors of all those innocent people who were killed, and the ancestors of the families whose lives were ruined because of this greedy, possessive, controlling, corrupt, jealous, puppet mastery rogue soul who wanted the woman whose destiny she had stolen dead. Can't make it up. Now there's a whole bunch of new ancestors in the mix who are making absolute sure that karma and justice are being served. And another step in their ultimate demise came when they lied in writing. They lied in writing on official documents. They libelled and defamed an innocent person who was a born intuitive, a healer who they thought was too kind to have a brain, who they had written off as being a dumbass in spite of her extensive education and professional credentials. And she also happens to know all of their secrets that they think that they have cloaked from everyone. She knows all their secrets that they think that they have kept hidden from everyone, even from their partners and the people in their close inner circle. Now they have to deal with physical 3D law for misconduct, defamation, perjury, slander and libel. They have to deal with spiritual 5D law for doing death magic, raising jinns, killing innocents. You can't make it up. And now they have to deal with the jinn that they raise from the dead, who is not one bit happy with them for involving it in their corruption. Like a Hollywood movie. I'm gobsmacked. Doesn't everyone know that raising demons is a bad idea? Doesn't everyone know that what you wish upon someone else comes back to you? Doesn't everyone know that you reap what you sow? Anyway, there's a lot of physical eyes and a lot of spiritual eyes on these people now, and everyone who participated with them, everyone who supported them in their choices and their actions. All of this serves as a powerful reminder to the rest of us of why healing your father wounds and doing your inner work is non-negotiable. Descent into toxicity can be progressive if you allow it. When a woman becomes disconnected from her soul and consumed by her wounds, she may interlope in other people's relationships, desperately seeking validation, power, or a sense of superficial fulfillment.